And we have an update from this video. As many of you remember when we first reported this, I definitely had to get my fire extinguisher. This man treated her like she was some type of dog, which I would not want any animal, four-legged animal, to be treated the way that he treated her. She's an African-American woman, a homeless woman. And that him putting the water hose on her conjured up all kinds of memories of Black people being shot up or sprayed rather very powerfully, I might add, with water hoses from firefighters water hose, which has a lot more force. But it just made me so enraged, and it enraged a lot of other folks too. So to compound all of that, the fact that he said to her, are you gonna move? Are you gonna move? And he had no shame in his game because he didn't think anything was gonna happen to him. But I want you to watch this. Now, the arrest comes after the San Francisco District Attorney's Office issued an arrest warrant for Collier Gwin. I had been saying he needs to be arrested, so had a lot of other folks, for assault. And that's exactly what he did. And he was really arrogant, not remorseful. He was asked whether or not he felt like he needed to apologize, and he said he did not. Collier Gwin was booked at 5:37 p.m. on Wednesday. He faces up to 6 months in county jail and a $2,000 fine. I wish he faced years in prison or in jail and much more money than that. The San Francisco District Attorney tweeted this out. Let's take a look at what the district attorney had to say via tweet. Following the investigation and reviewing all the evidence provided, my office has issued an arrest warrant for Collier Gwin. Gwin is charged with misdemeanor battery for the alleged intentional and unlawful spraying of water on and around a woman experiencing homelessness on January the 9th, 2022. So here we are, well a month beyond that. Took a long time, but I'm glad they got there. Malaika, any thoughts about that?
Well, you know how we talk about Karens. Well, I don't know if you talk about Karens, but people talk about Karens, and they have like this victim mentality. So they're real aggressive with reporting you somewhere, but then they want to play the victim. This man went on to say that he had a big cross to bear by dealing with this. And I'm like, okay, sir. So he's a Kenneth, not a Karen. And I think it's absolutely atrocious. Of course, I don't like to see people be incarcerated, but sometimes abolition can wait. You know, he effed around and he got to find out sometimes.
Yes, he did, baby. And sometimes abolition can wait. And in this case, I'm with you on that. Yeah, Ken did frickle frackle around and he found out. Yes, he did. And so glad. He just knew he was going to get away.
Siri's like, when you find out, girl, be quiet. My watch is talking to me.
He thought, and I did not think, I thought he was gonna get away with this seriously, because he just arrogantly did that interview saying, hey, like you said, he got the cross to bear and had no fear that what he did to her, he didn't think it was wrong. And that in and of itself is another type of problem.
Right, yeah, he said that he was being compassionate. He had a history of being compassionate with her, but the way that he's standing, I don't see a compassionate bone in his body. He don't look remorseful, not 1 second in that video.
Not at all. And I'm not so sure this is even going to teach him a lesson. We will see. We're going to keep people posted on this. And a reminder that every night in San Francisco, more than 4,300 people sleep on the streets and in parks every single night. The rate of street homelessness, the population of 100,000 residents, and note statistics for Houston, Miami, Seattle, and Los Angeles encompasses cities and counties in each region that fall into the HUD continuum of care and boundaries. And we see where San Francisco is on this. So look, ladies and gentlemen, family and friends, sisters and brothers, family and friends, we got a lot of work to do in this country. Over 500,000 people are unhoused in this country, and we need to do something about it. But by the grace of God, there goes any one of us. And the way that this man, that dude, because y'all know when I say dude, it is not in respect. The way that dude handled that was morally wrong and it was legally wrong. And I am so glad that he got arrested. Not like Malaika, we're trying to change the legal system that is patently unfair. But in this case, we picking and choosing. And in this case, hey, things are going in the right direction. I just wish they give that dude, because he ain't a brother, more time and a higher fine.